my wife and I were looking at our house and thinking the age was showing and we needed to do something about it. For about 8 years I've been chasing the decay of the siding on my house. I would be up a ladder replacing boards, and that's what started our discussion was, you know, let's quit doing this, let's get all the siding replaced. So that was the initial starting point. We're going to replace the siding. If you're going to replace the siding and you know you're going to replace the windows, that's a good time to replace the windows. If you're going to replace the windows, that's also a good time to replace the doors, and that's how this all sort of sped along. We thought about doing it in stages, and as we started researching companies, we found that the Aluminum Company of North Carolina was one of the few companies that could do everything that we needed to have done, from siding to doors, windows, and even gutters. And we thought that would be the best way to go because you have one company and they understand exactly what you need and how to get things done to your satisfaction. I think the main reason we chose the Aluminum Company of North Carolina was that they were the authorized hardy plank installer, and I knew that was the material I wanted, and the color is baked into it. So I'm looking at years and years of maintenance-free homeownership, which is exactly what my end game was. One of the problems we'd always had with the windows is that some of the windows did not want to open all the way, others would not stay open, the screens didn't really fit. Having a two-story house and trying to clean windows under those conditions was pretty rugged. The house has 21 windows, and we decided to replace all of them. First, so they would open and close properly. Secondly, so they'd be easy to clean. But the great advantage is the grid, that grate that you see in a window, is in between panels of glass. And then when I found out that I could get these windows out here, these big casement windows in our sunroom, I was absolutely thrilled because this was our favorite room in the house. And we really weren't able to use it very much because the old window frames that were wood had deteriorated, and it would get so cold at night, and when the wind blew you could feel it a little bit around your feet and all. And it's like, this was the reason we bought the house. You don't have any kind of air blowing through and around the windows. You don't feel those leaks that tell you that your windows aren't working properly. It really decreased the noise level in the house. We seldom hear cars go by outside. It's just quite an amazing difference. It was the first thing we actually noticed as being different. So one of the things my wife really likes is the fact that you can set your window so it can only be opened so far, and that you can let a little fresh air into the house and not worry about safety issues of somebody breaking in. And for cleaning, since this is a house with a second story, I really like the fact that you can do this and clean your windows and never, ever, ever, ever have to go up a ladder. The nature of these new windows too is that because of the double pane construction, you don't paint it, you don't dust it, it's there, it's great. It's absolutely the way to go. I was really thrilled with how professional the installation crew was. It was a team of 3 men, and they were just absolutely amazing to watch. The efficiency with which they could work, the quality of the job they did. Every day when they left, the place was absolutely immaculate. There wasn't the smallest bit of debris left anywhere. It was just remarkable to watch. I think it only took them about 2 days to replace more than 20 windows in our house. One of my favorite parts of this job that they've done are the gutter helmets. The old rain gutters, again, probably were 30+ years old if I had to guess. And they were always clogged. And in fact, I had started quite a little tree farm on the second floor there on the front of the house. So being able to have big new gutters that were custom made for the house, larger capacity, larger downspouts was going to be terrific. And then my salesman said, and would you like to have something that keeps debris from getting into the gutters to start with? And I said, absolutely, talk to me about that. One of the last big decisions that we made as we were planning to do all this work was our front door. We had a solid front door and the 2 little side panels that had very small windows in them. And it was okay. We could have lived with it. But the truth of the matter was that it made for a very dark entranceway to our house. As we started thinking about the door, we said, let's get something that will really make a difference and really brighten up the foyer. And it's fantastic. It lightens up not just the foyer, but our living room, the dining area, and really all the way through into the family room. You know, this is always a problem. Our old door, we put one of those reflective mylar pieces in, and to be able just to come in here and close that off if the afternoon sun comes in too much, or to be able to open it in the mornings, you know, or there is the fact that this does slide up and down. One finger operation. Every door we had put in has this, and that's because of the pattern. So being able to, again, get everything from one place, to have one crew do all the work, was just absolutely the perfect solution to our problem. The great result of that was everything on the outside of this house, from siding to doors, windows, and even gutters, is new.